Hello there, welcome back to my bench. Hugh here. I wasn't sure if I would do any more tutorials for a little while of what's going on and everything. And I'm sure, like me, everyone is disappointed about delay in the opening of trout fishing season. I know I'm not too happy about it, but I figured I might as well do another tutorial. Or maybe you guys might want to still watch some more tutorials. I wasn't sure, so I decided to do one anyhow. So in this tutorial, I'm going to do an old classic nymph, just a good old hares here nymph that we all know. It's been around for a long time, a classic nymph, tied the old standard way. A lot of times it's tied today with the bead and a few different other materials, but I'm going to stick to the classic for this one. So anyway, I'll get this guy the vise, a fresh hook in, and I'll get started here. The hook is a mustad 3906B, and I'm tying this one on a size 12. So we'll lock him in the vise here. There we go. And my thread is Danville 6/0 Flymaster in a brown. Well, we'll start our thread right behind the eye here. And I'm going to wrap back to about the bend of the hook, or just above the barb. So we'll go right about there, and I'll snip that tag off. Okay, a couple more wraps back. Now for the tail, I have a hare's mask here, and I'm going to pull out a section with some guard hairs, because that's what I want for the tail. I'll snip a little section off here, and I'm going to pull out all that fur, but I'm going to save that to mix in with my dubbing for the thorax and the abdomen and the thorax. So we'll get all that out. We just want the guard hairs mainly. Okay. There we go. So we'll measure that up for our tail. And I want that about hook gap length, so we'll come back, tie that down with a pinch loop here, like so. And we'll wrap back a couple wraps onto them, like so. There's our tail. We'll wrap forward. Okay, next I'm going to take some 0.15 lead wire, and I just want this wire underneath where the thorax is going to be, so we'll come up about 3/4 of the way on the hook and make 10 to 12 wraps of this wire here, just like so. Then we'll snip that off and make a couple more turns the opposite way and snip that off there. Okay, there's our weight. Okay, now next step, I'm going to attach the rib for the fly, and that is simply some small oval gold tinsel, and I'm going to try to tie that in. I want that to stay underneath the shank, so we'll tie it in underneath here, wrap back, and we'll come right back to in front of our tail here, just like so, and wrap forward once again. And this time we're gonna, when we get to lead, we're gonna jump on top of the lead, make a few wraps to secure that, a few wraps back the other way, then once again, and back down again. Okay, and we'll stop our thread there. Okay, next step is to start dubbing our abdomen, and I pulled off a lot of hair off that hare's mask with the guard hairs mixed in, because we want, the thing about the hare's ears, that buggy look that it has. So I'll dub some wax on the thread here, help secure that on, and we'll begin to dub our noodle for the abdomen here. And as always, we want a little taper here, so we'll start this guy a little thicker as we go down on the thread. Okay, and we'll keep working that down. Okay, I'll wrap this and see where this brings us here. Okay, we're going to wrap back first. Go right in front of our tail here, first wrap, and then begin to wrap that forward. Just like so, and as you can see, it has that nice buggy look to it. And cut. And want a little bit more. Some more wax, and we'll grab some more of this dubbing here. And we'll dub this on. And that should finish up our abdomen. So we'll do this up here. There we go. Okay. So there's our abdomen, nice and buggy looking here. So our next step is to take our rib, and you'll get about 3 to 4 wraps on this our abdomen here usually. There's 3. I'll get 1 more. Okay, and I'll come out, lock that down good. A couple wraps underneath and behind, over the top, and I always wrap back on it to lock it in place, just like so. Snip off my excess. I want to trim a few of the real long guard hairs. We don't want too much of a leggy look on our abdomen. Just trim some of the super long guys here, but not all of them. There we go. Okay, next step is our wing case, and usually it's turkey quill, but I'm all out of molded turkey quill. But the next best thing, and it looks the same as peacock quill, has that molded look to it. So I'm going to trim the end there and tie that in, and we want to keep that right on top, and then wrap back to where your abdomen ended there. Just check and make sure you got it right on top. And I actually want to come back a couple more wraps here, a little bit farther yet, then wrap forward, bind that down really good. Okay, there we go. There's our wing case ready to fold over here in a bit. Okay, so the next step is to form our thorax. And the same dubbing, of course, but we want it a little thicker for the thorax because we're going to pick it out and get more a leggy effect later once we're done the fly. So once again, we'll dub this guy up and make a little thicker noodle this time. Okay. The thing about I find the hare's mask, when you tie these, a lot of times your flies will come out a little bit different color because, of course, on the hare's mask there's all different colorations through it. So, but it doesn't matter. It still will catch fish. It's the same as the next fly that you tie, which may be a little different coloration. Okay, now we're going to wrap that back up against the wing case, then forward once again, and see, I checked that. Looks pretty good, but I actually want to touch more dubbing. Finish that guy off. Just a little bit more here. Okay, I bring that up and wrap that on, and that looks pretty good there to me. Just finish that up there, just tidy it up. Okay, so next step is to fold our wing case over here, and you want to keep that right on top. As you fold it over, bring your thread up around, just like so here, and then just check to make sure it's even on both sides where you want it. You can always maneuver it a little bit. Okay, then we're going to tie that down, some snug wraps, and we're going to come in and snip off any errant fibers here. Okay, I don't like that wing case the way it is, so I'm just going to adjust a little bit more here. Actually, it's not that bad, so I'll leave it where it is. Now, we're going to fold that back, and I'm going to tie that wing case back here, just like so. Form a small head on them. Trim off our excess wing case, just like so here. There we go. We don't want that there. Okay, that looks fine. And there we have it. There's our wing case on the top. So now I'm just going to come in with my whip finisher and make a whip finish here. 3 or 4 turns, 5 turns. So we'll come in and make a whip finish here. There we go. Come down, snug that in, draw that tight, come in and snip off my excess. And one more step that I like to do to make that wing case nice and durable is take a little bit of Solar Res UV thin formula, and we're going to go right over the top of that wing case here. This tube's just about empty, but I might get this fly out of it. And we want to make a little bubble on top, then go hit on your thread just a bit too, and cover all your wing case here. Try not to get any on the thorax, the dubbing. Okay, that looks good right there. Now I'll come in with my UV light and cure this guy up here. Give him a little zap. Okay, only takes a few seconds here. Okay, that's fine. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, see a couple hairs there I want to snip out, straight fibers. Okay, I'm going to turn the fly upside down, take my little dubbing picking brush here and just pick out that thorax a little bit. Get some of the thorax picked out to give us some legs here. There we go. And if you get too many, you can just pull a few of those out. And there we have it. There's another size 12. Good old Here's Your Nymph. Been around a long, long time and still catches fish. No question about that. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope everybody can bite the bullet and bear not being able to go fishing. I know it's hard, trust me, I know that for a fact. Hopefully they're going to open it May 1st like they say, and that's what I'm hoping anyway. So, if you enjoyed this video and like to see more in the future, just hit that subscribe button and the notification button. I really appreciate that a lot if you subscribe. And until next time, stay strong everyone, happy tying, and I'll see you again soon. So long for now, folks.